Habari gani? Ni wakati wa slam synopsis. Yeah, research. Let me be your agent as we sneak into ancient America, so let's get our kicks in 1966. Kwanzaa ain't that old, but the creation, pretty bold. Dr. Maulana Korenga was a prof and a buddy who didn't scoff at black studies because he was also the chair at Cal State Long Beach, hoping his holiday was no long reach. See, the teach wanted to bring African Americans together after dipping to the nether and weathering the Watts riots, and without starting one in the comments, I'll comment on what happened. I'm no history scholar, but it lasted 6 days, $40 million, and 34 dead because tensions went on Mount St. Helens, spawning the rebellion because a white cop said stop to a black driver in LA for suspicion of driving while intoxicated. The Watts town was more than frustrated with frowns, but dominated the hatred and took a while to be sedated. And that's all I'm gonna say. Leave your teacher in Mansana, and let's just head back to Kwanzaa. As you can imagine, riots suck for everyone, no fun, and while racial issues wouldn't be done then, or now, Dr. Korenga saw how to unite African Americans with the opportunity to be feeling community. So he created us. Well, he didn't create us, he created us, unless you don't believe he created us, in which case he created us, but that is a different us from the us he created for us. Well, not for us, but for us.
Oh, I see.
So us, the club, was a hub for cultural organization, and Doc started to look up celebrations from other nations, aka loot themes from first fruit or a harvest, because he didn't want to starve us of a party, so he went the full money and combined elements from Ashanti and the Zulu to give us Kwanzaa. As we learned with Christmas around the winter solstice, that's when some celebrate new sun, or Matunda ya Kwanzaa, which really is first fruit in Swahili, and each fam practices freely from December 26th, that word is the worst, to January 1st every year, and don't leer at other religions because it's secular and there is no God. Oh, God, there is God, just no God here. Unless you think there's no God here, then God, that's fine. Well, God wouldn't be fine, just fine not here, where there can be God but isn't right now. Got it? There are 7 simple symbols of Kwanzaa. Mazao for crops, or the center of Hunger Games. Mikeke is a placemat. Let's not stop the weird names. They're part of the fundies. Vabunzi is the ear of corn. I heard that. I misused that pun. Mishuma are the candles that go in the Kanara, not a menorah. You are forewarned from dropping your name in the Unity Cup, or the much more aptly named Kikombe Cha Umoja. Who told you my pronunciations are shoddy? They don't get any gifts. Or Zawadi. To make life your heaven, there are virtues or ideals totaling 7 called the Ungozo Saba. So let's go all Alibaba and open sesame, says me on these 7 pillars. It's filler for each night where they honor a different principle, so let's not mince the bull and mull over each one. Don't lose your umoja, baby. It means unity because you need family and race as a firm base. Kujichakulia, you should focus on Mia because it's self-determination where you create and speak for yourself, not some higher up or a trolley-looking elf. If you say Fakujima, the whole town will blow up like Fukushima. It's collective responsibility to help build and restore your brothers and sisters' problems and bother to solve them with fellow misters and misses. Don't dismiss Mula, let's talk Ujama. It's cooperative economics. Don't be dicks with your stores and hop between shops for profit. Forget Aesop. Kwanzaa is the new moral prophet. 3 left, we aren't near the end. Originally from us, this principle is purpose, feeling worth it to make it our collective vocation, not a vacation from developing the community to restore more people to traditional greatness so others don't hate us. But if they do, no worries, like Hakuna Matata from Timon and Pumbaa, but creativity comes from Kuumba to do what we can in our own way to leave our land in a better place. Basically contribute to the cause because caring for community is kind. Parch needed Dasani, but first, well last, it's Imani. You gotta have faith not in a God, but in our hearts, leaders, and the people. Again, no steeple, become welders and shape this trust from kids to the elders and steer to have no fear for the righteousness and victory of the struggle. It's a lot to juggle with no magic, but muggles must have an inner faith in the entire group. Now the light of the 7 is great, but on day 6 or December 31st, Kwanzaa will quench your thirst with a feast called the Karamu.
Cluck, yeah, cluck, yeah. Ooh, Caribou!
No, it's Karamu. It's the only major feast and it should connect the heaviest to African roots. No, you pour libation, usually water, because
we come from the water, living in the water, go back to the water, turn the world around.
Yeah, pretty much. They all make a libation statement and pass around the usually water, so the recommended order for the ceremony is a welcoming, remembering, reassessment and recommitment, rejoicing, libation statement, and then band practice the rest of the day. But I say all that English and we need Swahili, so the proper order is kukaribisha, kuumba, kuchanguza tena nakutoa aharitena, kushangila, tamisha latambiko, mamagitsi wawa. Oh, shut up, you knew it was coming. Kwanzaa is to each his own, and you celebrate it in your own way in your own home. You offer thanks and reverence to family members past, and you can do so with food, because there is no fast. They sing and dance and prance with drums that you can slam. Some even read poetry that you can slam. A Cuddy Kwanzaa, I can Def Jam tonight. Just one problem. I'm not African American, but I doubt that would stop some blacks, because this is about happiness and having each other's back, showing tact while wearing colorful cloths like kaftans, a style not dead like Latin. And their numbers won't flatten, but grow to show millions are reeling in the love. And while some Americans want to cover this with a shroud, there are plenty of families who will celebrate proud. So get loud and let your spirits lift for 7 nights to be thankful for your gifts. Which they don't actually give out, even though it's simple to give a gift, but it's a gift to be simple and a gift to be free, which they weren't. So the simple gift is not simple, therefore the gift to be free is not free, but nothing in life is, which seems not simple specifically in times not civil. So the civil gift is to be free, which sounds simple and is simple simply because civil means there are equal gifts, which again they didn't have. So the simple gifts in Kwanzaa is to worship your own gifts, which is simple. Does that make sense? I got Imani. Happy 50th Kwanzaa, my friends. Habari Gani.